So you all know and love Edea's traditional spinner, and now they have the new E-Spinner with some added modifications. This video will show you the differences between the two. So here we have Edea's E-Spinner on the left and Edea's traditional spinner on the right. And so the first thing about the E-Spinner is that they made it wider all the way through the length of the foot, so when you're stepping on it, your whole foot will have some more stability. Second thing about the new E-Spinners is they changed the rocker. So this is the spinning part of the traditional spinner from Edea, and you'll see how much of the spinner is actually touching the flat surface here. And then when we look at the E-Spinner, they changed the rocker of it so that there's less friction and that you'll be able to get more of a skate feel out of the edges. And then last but not least, Edea's E-Spinner has these new jump bands that you can see at the top of the spinner. They attach to the sides with the little peg that's molded into the shape, and you use the red one for double and triple, the yellow for singles. So when you're using the E-Spinner and going to take off in a jump, the jump band will stop the spinner and let you blast off. So when you go to step on the E-Spinner, the first thing that you're going to notice is that you have a lot more freedom to move on the thinned out rocker. If you have a traditional spinner from Edea, you'll note that the positioning is very firm, very stable, unless you're on the forward part of the rocker for holding a spin. But the E-Spinner, as I'll show you here, will have a lot more freedom if you go to just hold a back extension. You'll be really using your ankle, using your core to try and hold the position instead of going to an outside edge or an inside edge. This will be really good if your rink isn't open yet or you're not having as many skating hours, because you'll still be able to practice turns and rockers and counters and edges and really using the sides of the spinner in a way that you couldn't with the traditional spinner. So you'll be able to work on footwork as well as your spins and your jumps. Now, full disclosure, I have not gotten a chance to practice and play with this as much as I would like, but I wanted to show you guys what the E-Spinner was like in performance. So, if you'll remember my other video on spinners, started with some basic half-turn warm-ups, so we'll do that in the backspin position, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll move into some full turn rotations. Balance is hard. And safe distance here. You guys will see it first. A full backspin attempt on the E-Spinner. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Not bad for a out of practice retired synchro competitor, and not bad for someone who doesn't practice with a spinner regularly. I will say that this feels a lot smoother, easier to spin on, and it feels a lot more like a skate blade. The rocker, the smaller spin point, the reduced friction, it feels a lot more like ice. It doesn't feel like I'm doing as much to propel the spin. It feels very, very smooth, I guess is the only word I can come up with. So, folks, you heard it here first. Alright guys, I tried a couple jump exercises. I really wanted to include them in this video, but it did not go very well. I am out of practice with my off-ice technique, and I don't have very much room here at the store, so I couldn't really give it my all, and I wasn't feeling all that comfortable. So I do apologize, but I definitely wanted to show you the E-Spinner and the spin capabilities and compare the difference between the E-Spinner and the regular spinner. So I hope that this video was helpful, and if you like the E-Spinner, we have them here at the store, and I will look forward to setting you up with your next tool in your off-ice training toolkit.